remember enjoying it when I first watched it in my teens, but now I look at it. Hello there, YouTube, and Happy New Year. Trust you had a great Christmas and New Year. So, yeah, it's a new year, new month, new stuff. So, welcome to Freaky Future Month. So, for, every Monday and Friday throughout January, I'm going to be popping up here giving you a review on a freaky future movie, whether it be sci-fi or horror or both. I'm reviewing it. So, yeah. Freaky Future Month. So, I thought I would kick this new series off with a review of the 1979 classic Alien. Yes, written by Dan O'Bannon and directed by Ridley Scott, starring Tom Skerritt, Sigourney Weaver, Veronica Cartwright, Harry Dean Stanton, John Hurt, Ian Holm, and Kato. So this is a science fiction horror where a spaceship known as the Nostromo, awakens its passengers, and they answer some distress call on a desolate planet where, on discovering there's this weird form of alien life, and one of the crew becomes infected, and before you know it, after having a face hugger on his face and then the face hugger letting go, he births an alien baby xenomorph out of his chest, and then it grows rapidly, and then the whole film turns into a slasher in space where this creature known as the xenomorph is on this murderous rampage, picking the crew off one by one. But then there's a little twist of events where Ash, played by Ian Holm, is revealed to be an android working for the Wayland Corporation, wanting this specimen to use as some bioweapon. And of course, in the end, we all know Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver, and the cat are the only survivors after blasting the alien off into space when it sneaked on its escape vessel when the Nostromo had exploded. And of course, we get the sequel, Aliens, but we get that interquel as well, Alien Romulus. But yeah, we're talking about the first Alien. So, what did I like about this? Well, first of all, I love the Alien franchise. It's a great horror series, and we get some good action in there. And when Alien Romulus was on the horizon, I thought, as it's taking place between the first two, I thought I'd revisit the first one, and yeah, it's a lot slower paced than I remember it being. I remember enjoying it when I first watched it in my teens, but now I look at it and think, yeah, this is quite a bit slow. It's like first half of the film is like a space mystery drama in the far future. I mean, it's just under 2 hours long, about 116 minutes, and yeah, I thought, the first half of the film were a little boring and a bit slow, but once the horror got going, it got going. Once that xenomorph burst out of John Hurt, I was like, yes, now the horror is beginning. And of course, if you know this film as well as I do, you know that there was a lot more blood than intended in that film, and a lot of the cast's reactions aren't acting, they're genuinely shocked and horrified, especially Veronica Cartwright, who played Lambert. She was genuinely mortified at that scene, and she wasn't acting, and they knew something was going to happen, but I don't think Ridley Scott told them exactly the full thing, because if he intended on that and wanted the reactions to be genuine, he succeeded. Also, the supporting cast we see in this, like Ian Holm, John Hurt, and some others, were all good characters as well, and all meet their demise at the hands of the xenomorph. Also, the xenomorph, a very slender, hideous creature, which was terrifying, and I imagine terrifying for the audience of 1979. Even the tagline of Alien is like space where no one can hear you scream. And yeah, you know, thinking you're out in space, you're stranded, help is so far away, how are you going to get out of this one? And I like the whole chase sequences of this xenomorph, like it's lurking around in the ventilations. Where is it? It's sneaking anywhere. We don't know where this thing is. And the fact that it could jump out at any time is very unnerving and scary enough, especially that scene where we get our first glimpse of the creature in the air vents. You know, when I first watched that, I jumped, but now I'm not so jumpy with that. But still, I thought that was a good scene, and you know, not knowing what they're exactly dealing with, and then the whole twist that Ash, played by Ian Holm, was an android. Yeah, I was like, well, he's clearly not worried or bothered about anything because he's a robot, a machine. He's got no emotion at this point. And the makeup, the effects for him playing the broken android with the white blood, yeah, good practical effects. That's a lot of the effects, I believe, are practical, because don't forget this was 1979, where computers weren't as what they are now, so they had to rely on a lot of practical stuff back then. And I think in terms it's aged pretty well. The whole visual effects and stuff I think have aged alright. I do like that classic sci-fi space feel though, from like 70s sci-fi movies and like 60s stuff. I do like those practical stuff. I don't know why, I just like that classic vibe. But yeah, Alien is a good one. And like I say, think of this as like a film with two genres. Like the first half is like mystery, sci-fi mystery, then it turns to sci-fi body horror. And I like the sci-fi body horror in this. I guess the drama is alright, slow, but it's okay. But I'm in it for the horror. After all, this is a horror channel. So, Alien. What am I going to rate this one? I'll give it a 3.5. 3.5 out of 5. So not bad at all. So 3.5 out of 5 for Alien. So there you go. Have you seen this one? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I've been Random Russ, and this has been a Freaky Future review, and this is just the beginning of Freaky Future Month. We have more to come. So, until next time, don't have nightmares.